So I'm chilling out watching YouTube. This video talking about Nintendo is lying. Like, okay, what are they lying about? He's talking about Nintendo adding the game cart, digital game cart stuff or whatever. I don't really care. I'm not gonna use it. It doesn't sound very good from what I've heard. And I mean, I thought it was gonna be useful, but it doesn't sound as useful from what I've heard. Apparently, it's not as useful as I initially perceived it to be. So fair enough that people are upset over that. I'm not gonna blame them. But the guy I was watching was like schizo rambling about how Nintendo is gonna steal your games, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's fair. He's going off on like these schizophrenic rambles about turn your Switch into airplane mode and blah 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 blah. And it's like you are such a faker if you don't have a cracked Switch and you're not gonna dump your games. Like, are we really doing this? Are you this much of a schizophrenic where you're like, you just never update your Nintendo Switch, protect your digital games? Like, okay, buddy. All right, like, we're gonna do this. I know it's like a digital meme. I'm not one to be like, yeah, I love digital games. I love digital games. I think that, generally speaking, physical medium is better. That's not what we're here for. I'm here to complain. I'm here to complain about this one, like, 5-paragraph comment that I found. And he's some schizo who agrees with this guy. He's talking about how I fired up my OG Switch and immediately put it in quotes airplane mode, exclamation mark, unquote. Huh. While I have 195 physical games, actually a little more, but some are unopened, I also have 183 digital games, and by God am I gonna protect them. You don't play those games. You're not playing those games. You even said yourself, some of your games are unopened. You're not playing these games. Like, I don't know. I understand game preservation, alright? But like, if you're gonna sit here and be like, I'm keeping my Nintendo Switch on airplane mode so Nintendo doesn't steal my digital games, at this point, just get a cracked Switch and dump your game. That's what I do, and I'm not even like crackheading preserving game. Like, I'm not like that. I preserve the games I think are worth preserving. It's such like an alien mindset of like, I'm gonna buy 300 games and then not play them. Like, I've probably leaked my Steam library on stream a few times. I have probably less than 100 games I've actively paid for. Looking at my Steam, I've got 132 total like games in my library. I don't know if this counts like Blender or not. But some of these are demos, some of these are literally free, and some of these I got as like package deals. Like, I didn't pay $2 for Serious Sam Double D XXL, but I still got it because of like the $2 bundle that they do every anniversary. Like, a lot of my games, probably said like a quarter of my games I have not paid for, not because I stole them, but because they were free or a package deal. It's just so foreign to me, this mindset of like, oh, they're gonna take my digital games away. It's like, buddy, just there's ways to back up your digital games on a local hosted server that you can both transfer in and out of your Switch at will, or even better, just play them on a PC. I know it's not the true experience, it's gonna suck, but it's only gonna get better. Like, literally, it's only going to get better. I know Nintendo cracked down on like, it was like Yuzu or whatever. I know they were doing that, but like, it's not that serious. Also, we're talking about video games. I know that lost media is like a meme nowadays. I can't imagine all 300 of those Nintendo Switch games you own are worth saving. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that all of those, all 300 of those games are someone's magnum opus. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you're not entitled to own your games. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that. But like, if you're really, and I mean genuinely this passionate about it, to the point of where you're gonna schizo post about turning your Switch onto airplane mode, then just crack a Switch open and dump your games. Like, this isn't even like an emulator thing. This is just like, you're more schizo about it than me. And I'm the one who has his games literally backed up on a hard drive. You gotta roll with the punches in life, you know? You gotta roll with it. And I'm not gonna say that they're wrong for feeling this way, but like, when you're schizo posting about owning 195 physical games, so he's got probably about 200 games, and he admittedly says he doesn't play them all because you can't play them all. You don't buy 200 games over the course of like 10 years and play through all of them to a point of satisfaction. You really don't. I cannot believe that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just autistic about things. I'm like, oh, I just really delve into my video games. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, he's an anti-emulator go. Wait, I didn't read this part. I have bought and paid for my games. Do I emulate and use ROMs as a way to play everything for free? No, I don't. I could do that. I know how to do that. I could easily find everything I want to play and put them on PC or a Steam Deck running. The Legend of Zelda. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's his point? I could run Dolphin in quotation marks to play Super Smash Bros. Melee. Do I do that? No. I honor my end of the bargain and pay for what I play because I own it. You know, it's not illegal to emulate. Like, it's not. The fact that I have Yuzu right here is not illegal. The fact that I can boot up Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on my emulator is not illegal because I dumped it myself. I did not obtain any of these illegally. I have the actual digital proof and physical proof that I own some of these games. Well, some of the games I own physically. I have proof that I own these games, you know. I probably have digital receipts for games like these. I don't know. I could delete them off my Switch and show you that I can download them from the eShop on my non-hacked Switch. Isn't that some cuckoldry? I own two Nintendo Switches. Am I a real fan who pays for what I play, or whatever arbitrary definition you have because you want to play Melee on your Nintendo Switch or whatever? I honor my end of the bargain and pay for what I play because I own it, okay? If you own it, then why do you not dump it on a computer? If you own it, then why are you so schizophrenic about it? I can't stand these people, bro. It's like virtue signaling against for piracy or whatever. Like, okay, you're better than me because you play your games on hardware. It's like,
hey champ, that's really interesting. Next time, keep it to yourself.
Nintendo, EA, and Ubisoft want to seize ownership of my games. This is really just like virtue signaling for anti-piracy or whatever, or not even anti-piracy, anti-emulation. This is what I can't stand about Nintendo fans. It's like you don't hear this kind of baloney from any other like gaming sector. Like, nobody cares this much about anti-emulation than Nintendo fans. Like, a lot of Nintendo fans see emulation as like this scourge, to the point of where people will. I was watching this. I watched like 2 minutes of her whining about her Chikorita evolving. She's like, how do I, on my official Nintendo legal device? It's like, dude, just say you're using freaking Desmume. Nobody cares. People do care. These Nintendo brain-rotted people care. Like, you can't emulate. That's illegal. It's not illegal to emulate. Illegal to pirate. Not illegal to emulate. And so these freaking chuds, frankly, will sit there and be like, so it's not piracy. It's not theft if you don't own it. It's like, yeah. It's also not theft if you take the game and back it up somewhere else. You know, it's not illegal to make copies of a contract. It's not illegal to photocopy a flyer you had made for you. It's not illegal to do that. Now, distribution rights is a different thing, all right? That's different. That would be considered piracy, all right? That's what those little FBI warnings when you on your DVDs mean. What I want to read is a little ending segment. Nintendo, if you're reading this, I urge you to do the right thing. They don't care. This is what I can't stand about Nintendo. They're like Sungrand Studios, where they're pleading to Doug Bowser himself. Nintendo, if you're reading this, I urge you to do the right thing. You're a rich company, practically Zaibatsu. Is that a Tekken reference? I'm tripping. Zaibatsu's a Tekken thing, right? Yeah, I'm not crazy. It is a Tekken thing as well. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because nobody knows what a Zaibatsu is except like some guy who cares too much.
You're going to get richer as the Switch 2 will carry on the success of the Switch brand name. Do not violate your audience. Do not turn your back on us. Your loyal fans keep the quality of your product. And more importantly, your word intact. The Switch 2 is off to an unbelievably rocky start. Look at the course before you hit the iceberg ahead. Because, believe it or not, we are afraid to abandon ship.
Which is a lie. This is a lie. If you're too scared to emulate games that you bought, like I've done, then you're scared. What are you gonna do? All right, we're gonna pull up our little calculator, Fred. So we're saying $30 times 195. We'll be generous. He gave us 195. He said there's more, but they're not open. $6,000. Let's double that. So we spent almost $10,000 on Nintendo Switch games. Generous estimate, actually. Like, this is a generous estimate. Like, I know I just doubled 195 times. I know I doubled basically game count because it'll even out. And also I definitely undersold how much the games are going to cost. So this man has spent bare minimum $10,000 on Nintendo Switch games. Like less than 2,000, to be honest. Like 2,000 is probably pushing it. And even then, my more expensive games were special editions. Like I own 3 special edition Switch games because they don't make PC special edition games. Also, Xenoblade, not Nintendo exclusive. I know I'll say it. I'll be the first to admit. I'm completely beholden to wherever Xenoblade Gold goes. If they went to PlayStation, I'd be a PlayStation owner, specifically for Xenoblade. Like I'm not attached to Nintendo. I own a Switch specifically for Xenoblade. Even then, like the only reason I don't solely play on Yuzu is because it's not quite there yet. I know it's gonna get there, and I know Nintendo's gonna hate that. But people are gonna keep fighting. I don't know what the point of this all is. This is just me rambling at 1 a.m. about how much I hate frankly annoying people. Like, what are you doing? Like, you left this 7-paragraph comment on this video schizoing out about putting your Switch into airplane mode, and then Sungrand Studios you're ending. Honestly, like, my favorite part about this whole Nintendo Switch 2 thing is the part where it's just exposed all of the dumbest people in the gaming sphere. Like, it really did. Like, Nintendo was like, hey, you guys want to see some really stupid people? And then they just flashed all of these dumb people. What else do we have? The fact I have to put my Switch into this dude is literally like schizoing people out. I have to put my Switch in airplane mode to protect the content I legally bought from the company I bought it from is dystopian. These guys are literally schizoing out. That's so funny. It's not true. This is my pinned comment. Guys, read the dang webpage. We're accusing me of spreading misinformation. What reason do I have to lie? I mean, what reason does a schizophrenic person have to lie? He's schizophrenic. It's just how he perceives the world. He's literally like causing mass hysteria over video games. I know that like ownership is a big deal or whatever, but it really is not that serious. Like, it's not this serious to go this schizo over it. Again, like, it is just these like posers. It really is. They're like, I care about game preservation, but I'm not gonna actually take the steps to preserve my game. What's the point? It's like, oh, I'm gonna rely on the loan sharks to not take my money away when I want it back. I'm just gonna trust in this entity that I have no real reason to trust. It's like, what are you talking about? I know there are probably people watching this like thinking the exact same thing about me, and that's perfectly fine. Because I don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't know what these people are talking about. Yeah, hold on. I like this one. This is my fellow gamers. Why you collect all your games physically and only physically. Okay. Always keep your old console if it works and never transfer. Never, ever trust any company, no matter how much you love their works. When I have kids, they're being born in the greatest gaming library utopia that's ever existed, and there won't be anything new evil Nintendo can do about it. It's like, here's an idea. Dump your games. Like, I can't stand these posers, frankly. These, like, game preservationist posers. It's like, if you care, dump your games. Put your money where your mouth is and dump your games. It's so frustrating to me because it's not that hard. Especially recently with games that have actual user interface. Like the Switch, like the Wii U, like the 3DS, like the Wii. But these games are easy to dump, that's the point. It's like, it used to be hard. You used to have to, like, hardwire stuff. All it takes now is, like, an SD card. Like, a USB-C cable in a computer. But it's like, it doesn't take that much. This is why. This is like the Harmon Smith, where they're like...
That doesn't mean that Nintendo is going to struggle or suffer. PC gaming will, right? PC gaming will not be able to be competitive. It will not be able to outperform what Nintendo's doing.
Like, ooh, I'm so scared. I'm not scared. There's people schizoing out over what? Digital games. You know a problem that could easily solve this? Dumping your game. If you want my advice, make sure all your consoles are on one Switch, or all your games are on one console, and when inevitably the Switch 2 gets cracked wide open, because eventually Nintendo's gonna stop supporting the Switch, and the Switch will get cracked wide open. Then it'll be super easy to dump your Switch games. It might take a while, unless you're willing to shell out a little extra money. I know, $10,000 might seem a little cheap, a little steep to you, but it's not gonna cost $10,000 to get a Rev 1 Switch. I got one for like $150. Like, these people are such posers. It's like, you could just crack a Rev 1 Switch, and then I would actually respect you. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know where I'm going with this. I like this guy. Oh wait, it's the second appearance of Scamander. Yeah, he's going on. He's lying. I love the argument of what reason would I have to lie? I don't know. It's like the fact that okay, what reason would Nintendo have to lie? Money? Attention? I don't know. I could come up with a couple. You want views. You want to scare people. You want your channel to grow. What reason would you have to lie? I don't know. Money, because you have YouTube memberships and a Patreon. That's a pretty good reason to lie. A familiar one too. These people are so unserious. This video's lost focus. Like and subscribe for more schizo rambling. Thanks for stopping by.